Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Olave. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dime. Nice grab. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. As Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They go play fake. Mahomes out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman, 53 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Room to run at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. Well, a little risk, a little trickeration on that return, but hey, the payoff, a touchdown.
And because this is the NFL, No band on the field, no trombone guy getting trampled going into the end zone. But how about how they got it done and turned it into a touchdown?
And that's one of those things where if that's a fumble on a lateral, the coach is angry. But if it works and you get in the end zone, it's a pat on the back, right?
It's something you have to do. You got to try it, try and get it done, and make sure you give yourself every chance to find a way to score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything,
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. Taken in at the 22. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Does the big boy have the juice? The 30, 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.